Welcome to EvoLing Mind, where English meets inspiration. Let's train your ears and grow your mind, one word at a time.
Have you ever wondered why building good habits feels so simple in theory, but is so challenging in real life? We often make promises to ourselves to wake up earlier, exercise more, eat healthier, study consistently, or spend less time on our phones. And for a day or two, we may stick to the plan. But then life gets busy, motivation fades, and suddenly our new habit becomes just another promise we didn't keep. It's not because we're weak or lazy, but because building habits is not about willpower. It's about understanding how our minds work. Habits have a significant impact on our lives, influencing our health, success, confidence, and even happiness. Good habits quietly move us forward, while bad habits quietly hold us back. Every day, we repeat small actions that slowly become part of who we are. However, the truth is that we don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our habits. In today's world, full of distractions, demands, and endless choices, building positive habits is more important than ever. Yet, it's also harder than ever because the world is designed to pull our attention away. So, how do we break this cycle? How do we build habits that last? Habits that survive stress, exhaustion, and busy schedules. The key is to take small steps rather than giant leaps. It starts with understanding the psychology behind habits, the cues, the cravings, the rewards, and learning how to design an environment where good habits can grow naturally, without pressure or guilt. Today, we will explore the real science and emotion behind habit building. We'll discuss why small changes matter, why consistency is more powerful than motivation, and why identity is the key to lasting transformation. So take a deep breath, slow down for a moment, and let's explore how to build good habits, not just for a week, but for a lifetime. To understand how to build good habits, we must first have a clear understanding of what a habit truly is. A habit is not simply something that we do often, but rather it is something that we do almost automatically. It becomes a behavior that requires minimal effort, thought, and decision-making. In many ways, habits serve as shortcuts for our brains to conserve energy. Every habit, regardless of its size, follows the same basic pattern: cue, routine, reward. The cue triggers the behavior, the routine is the action, and the reward is what reinforces the habit. This cycle repeats until the habit becomes ingrained in our daily lives, often without us even realizing it. For example, when we wake up and check our phones, the alarm serves as the cue. Checking notifications is the routine, and the feeling of stimulation or connection is the reward. Similarly, when we eat snacks while watching TV, sitting on the couch is the cue, eating is the routine, and the feeling of comfort or pleasure is the reward. These habits form naturally, without any conscious intention, simply because they fit into our environment. However, building good habits requires intention, awareness, and deliberate design. Good habits rarely develop by chance. They are cultivated when we create the right environment and consistently repeat small actions. Habits are powerful because they shape our identity. When we regularly exercise, we not only become someone who works out, but we also see ourselves as healthy and disciplined. When we make a habit of reading every night, we become someone who values growth and learning. When we wake up early, we become someone who respects our time. This shift in identity is what makes habits stick. Our actions create our identity, and our identity reinforces our actions. The more we repeat a habit, the more natural it becomes, until it feels like an integral part of who we are. However, in today's fast-paced world, building habits can be challenging. We are constantly bombarded with distractions, such as notifications, entertainment, and instant gratification, making it difficult to stay consistent. Our motivation can also fluctuate, and relying solely on motivation is one of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to build habits. This is why understanding habit psychology is crucial. It teaches us that good habits do not rely on motivation, but rather on systems. Systems that make good habits easier to maintain and bad habits harder to form. Systems that transform small actions into long-term change. For instance, if we want to eat healthier, we should not rely on willpower, but instead, we should change what we keep in our kitchen. If we want to read more, we should not set a lofty goal, but simply place our book next to our bed. If we want to exercise more, we should not wait for inspiration, but rather set out our workout clothes the night before. Habits start small, grow gradually, and eventually lead to significant transformation. However, this is only possible if we understand how they work. Now that we have explored the meaning and psychology of habits, it is essential to understand why building good habits is crucial for our personal growth. Good habits are crucial because they quietly shape the direction of our lives. They have a significant impact on our health, success, emotional balance, and even the opportunities that come our way. While goals provide us with a destination, it is our habits that determine whether we will ever reach them. Therefore, building good habits is not just about self-discipline, but also about laying a strong foundation for the life we desire. One of the main reasons why habits matter is that they reduce decision fatigue. Every day, we are faced with numerous small decisions, such as what to eat, what task to prioritize, when to start, and when to rest. These choices can be mentally draining. However, good habits turn important actions into automatic routines. Instead of constantly questioning whether we should exercise, for example, it becomes a natural part of our identity and daily routine. Moreover, good habits are essential because they promote consistency, which is the true engine of progress. Going to the gym once will not make you strong, and studying only when you feel inspired will not help you master a language. Real growth comes from consistently showing up even when the effort seems small. Good habits make this consistency possible. They also play a crucial role in shaping how we view ourselves. Every small action is a vote for the type of person we want to become. When we keep our promises to ourselves, even if they are small, we build self-trust. This, in turn, helps us believe in our ability to grow, stay disciplined, and make positive changes. This inner confidence becomes the foundation for achieving bigger aspirations. Furthermore, good habits protect us during difficult times. Motivation can easily disappear when life gets stressful, but habits remain. If we have developed the habit of exercising, studying, or waking up early, we are more likely to continue even when we are tired or discouraged. Habits provide stability in our lives when our emotions are unstable. They become anchors that keep us grounded. On a deeper level, good habits also have a significant impact on our mental and emotional well-being. Habits such as journaling, reading, stretching, or taking short walks can help create mental clarity, reduce stress, and bring balance back into our day. When we take care of our minds through small rituals, our lives become more manageable and lighter. Lastly, good habits shape our future selves. Every day, our habits push us in a direction, either towards who we want to be or away from it. While 5 minutes of practice may seem insignificant, when multiplied by months and years, it can lead to transformation. Building good habits is essentially building our future, one small action at a time. Therefore, when we talk about why good habits matter, we are ultimately talking about why we matter: our energy, our dreams, and our growth. Good habits serve as a bridge between who we are now and who we want to become. Now that we understand their importance, it is time to explore the challenges and misconceptions that often hinder us from building lasting habits. Building good habits may seem like a simple task, but in reality, it is filled with challenges that are often subtle, emotional, and deeply human. These challenges do not mean that we are weak, but rather they reveal the complexity of our minds. One of the biggest obstacles in building habits is relying too heavily on motivation. While most people start new habits with excitement and high energy, motivation tends to fade quickly. It fluctuates like a wave, influenced by factors such as mood, stress, sleep, and other small factors. When motivation disappears, the habit often collapses, leading to feelings of guilt and frustration. However, it is important to remember that this is not a personal failure, but rather a failure of the system. Another challenge in building habits is trying to change too many at once. Often, we set big goals for ourselves, such as exercising every day, meditating for 20 minutes, reading for an hour, drinking more water, sleeping early, and learning a new skill. However, this sudden pressure can overwhelm the brain, making it difficult to stick to any of these habits. It is important to start with small, manageable actions rather than trying to completely overhaul our lifestyle. A third challenge is relying on willpower instead of our environment. We often tell ourselves that we just need to try harder, but willpower is limited. Our environment, on the other hand, has a strong influence on our behavior. For example, if our phone is next to our bed, we are more likely to scroll through it instead of going to sleep. If our running shoes are easily accessible, we are more likely to go for a run. And if healthy food is visible, we are more likely to make healthier food choices. It is important to set up our environment in a way that supports our goals rather than working against them. There are also common misconceptions about habits that can hinder our progress. One of these is the belief that habits should feel easy from the beginning. In reality, good habits often feel uncomfortable at first because our brain resists change. This does not mean that the habit is bad, but rather that it is new and requires effort. Another misconception is that missing one day means we have failed. Success is not about perfection, but rather about getting back on track after a slip-up. It is normal to miss a day, but it is important to catch ourselves early and gently get back on track. Lastly, many people believe that big changes require big actions. However, small habits are often more effective because they remove mental resistance and make success feel achievable. Another challenge is expecting results too quickly. In a world of instant gratification, we often want immediate transformation. However, habits take time to develop and grow. They are like roots strengthening beneath the surface before a plant appears. This slow progress can be discouraging, causing many people to give up right before real change begins. Finally, a deeper challenge in building habits is identity conflict. If we have a deep-seated belief that we are not disciplined or that we always fail at routines, our actions will reflect that belief. This internal story becomes a barrier stronger than any external obstacle. In order to change our habits, we must also change the way we see ourselves, one small action at a time. Understanding these challenges and misconceptions does not make them disappear, but it does make them more manageable. Once we are aware of them, we can approach habit building with compassion and strategy rather than pressure. Now, let's explore practical tools that can help us turn this understanding into action and build lasting habits. Understanding the psychology behind habits is powerful, but true transformation comes from applying that knowledge to daily life. Good habits grow when we design an environment that supports them, create systems that keep us consistent, and take small steps that feel achievable. Here are practical strategies that make habit building not only possible, but sustainable. One of the most effective principles is starting small, extremely small. When a habit is tiny, it removes resistance. If your goal is to read more, start with one paragraph. If you want to exercise, begin with 2 minutes of stretching. If you want to meditate, try 1 minute of breathing. Small habits feel so easy that your brain has no reason to avoid them. Once they feel natural, you can slowly increase the time or intensity. Another powerful step is stacking habits, attaching a new habit to an existing one. For example, after brushing your teeth, read 1 page. After making coffee, write 1 sentence in your journal. After finishing work, take a 5-minute walk. Your existing habits act as cues, making the new habits easier to remember and harder to ignore. Environmental design is equally important. Your surroundings shape your behavior more than you think. If you want to drink more water, place a water bottle where you can see it. If you want to eat healthier, keep nutritious snacks at eye level and hide junk food on a higher shelf. If you want to focus, remove distractions. Silence your phone, tidy your desk, close unnecessary tabs. When your environment supports your goals, your habits feel natural instead of forced. Another key practice is celebrating small wins. Your brain loves rewards. A tiny smile, a check mark on a calendar, a short moment of pride reinforces the habit loop. It tells your brain, this feels good. Never underestimate the power of positive reinforcement. Consistency also becomes easier when you set clear, realistic expectations. Clarity removes confusion and makes your habit measurable. Vague habits fade quickly. Precise habits survive. It's also important to track your habits, even in a simple notebook or app. Tracking creates motivation by showing visible progress. When you see a chain of completed days, you feel motivated to keep it going. Another practical tool is reducing friction, making good habits easier and bad habits harder. Lay out your workout clothes before bed, prepare healthy snacks in advance. Keep your book on your pillow. At the same time, increase friction for bad habits. Remove apps, unplug the TV, or keep your phone in another room during focus time. Finally, be kind to yourself. Building habits is not a race, it's a relationship with your future self. Some days will be smooth, others will be difficult. The goal is not perfection, the goal is to return. These simple, practical steps create a strong system, one that supports your growth every day. With them, habits become easier, more automatic, and more aligned with the person you want to become. Now, let's look at the bigger picture. How do good habits shape our identity and influence the world around us? Good habits not only change our routines, but they also change our identity. They slowly transform the way we see ourselves, how we move through the world, and the kind of energy we bring into our relationships, work, and future. The impact of good habits is both personal and global, shaping our inner world and influencing the lives of those around us. On a personal level, habits help us understand who we truly are. Each time we repeat a small positive action, we learn something about our character. For example, reading every night can make us see ourselves as someone who values learning, while regular exercise can make us feel stronger and more disciplined. Keeping promises, even small ones, can help build trust within ourselves, which becomes the foundation of confidence. Our habits also have an impact on our emotional well-being. Healthy routines can create mental stability, such as a morning walk to clear our minds, journaling for clarity, or a few minutes of stretching to reduce stress. These simple rituals can help us maintain emotional balance in a world full of pressure and distractions. Additionally, habits can help shape our future by turning long-term dreams into daily actions. For instance, someone who wants to write a book can start with writing 1 paragraph a day, while someone who wants to be healthier can begin with a 5-minute workout. Habits make our dreams achievable by creating a path towards them. However, the influence of habits extends beyond our personal lives and into the world around us. In the workplace, our habits can affect our reliability, creativity, and productivity. Colleagues trust those who are consistent, and teams rely on members who follow through. Good habits make us someone others can count on. In relationships, habits also play a powerful role. Simple habits like listening deeply, showing kindness, and expressing appreciation can strengthen connections and create a warm and safe environment for those we care about. These actions have a ripple effect, shaping the emotional well-being of those around us. On a global scale, habits can influence society. Imagine millions of people developing habits of learning, reading, exercising, or practicing empathy. These small individual actions can collectively shape healthier communities, stronger families, and more resilient societies. Good habits create a positive culture, one person at a time. In today's world, where information spreads quickly and attention is constantly divided, habits can serve as a form of protection. They help us stay grounded, focused, and connected to our deeper values. Good habits protect us from distractions, help us resist negativity, and keep us aligned with the life we want to create. Ultimately, building good habits is not just about improving our day-to-day lives, but it's also about shaping the kind of person we become over the years. And that person can contribute to the world in meaningful ways. Our habits create our character, which in turn shapes our actions, and our actions can influence the world. With this awareness, we can move into the final part of our journey, a closing reflection to help us carry these lessons into our lives with purpose and intention. As we come to the end of today's episode, I want to leave you with a thought that sits at the heart of building good habits. You don't need a perfect plan, you just need a small beginning. Habits aren't built in one dramatic moment. They grow quietly, in the small choices, in the simple steps, in the moments when no one is watching. It's easy to believe that change requires huge effort, but the truth is much gentler. Your life changes the moment you start showing up for yourself in tiny, consistent ways. There will be days when discipline feels heavy, when motivation fades, when progress seems invisible. And on those days, it's important to remember you're not supposed to feel strong all the time. You're supposed to feel human. Habits are not about perfection. They are about returning. Every small action is a message to your future self, a message that says, I care about you, a message that says, I am building something for us. Good habits are an act of self-respect, a quiet promise that your future matters. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to wait for a new week or a new month or a new year to start. You can begin today, right now, with one small step. Maybe it's reading one page. Maybe it's stretching for 2 minutes. Maybe it's drinking one glass of water with intention. Maybe it's turning off your phone for a moment and breathing deeply. These tiny acts may feel insignificant, but they are seeds. And when you plant them consistently, your life begins to shift, not with noise, but with quiet strength. So as you move forward, remember, you're not just building habits, you're building identity, you're building resilience, you're building a version of yourself who is stronger, calmer, clearer, and more aligned with the life you truly want. Thank you for sharing your time with me today. Keep going gently, patiently, and consistently. Your habits are not just actions. They are the foundation of the person you are becoming. And that journey is worth every small step.
Thanks for listening with EvoLing Mind. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep your English and your mindset evolving every day.